Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. I've watched a lot of Belal Muhammad's fights, and people think he's just boring, which he is for the most part, but he's a smart fighter. He's a great fighter, and people just think he's going to try to take Leon down and beat him up and just hold him there for 5 rounds, which he could do, probably, but I've watched some of his fights more closely. He has some serious hands. He's got some good striking, and if Leon's not careful, he definitely can lose this fight. Not just on the ground on his back, but on the feet. For Belal Muhammad to beat Leon Edwards, first off, he doesn't need to change anything as far as how he fights. He always fights real smart. He doesn't fight with a lot of emotion. He doesn't overcommit and he's not overly aggressive. And he's willing to stand if he has to. And if he has to stand, he can knock somebody out on the feet or put him out with strikes and get the referee to pull him off. He can do it. Ask Sean Brady if you don't believe me. He's got some good hands, really good boxing. He does take a lot of hits, but from what I saw in that fight with Sean Brady, because Sean Brady's a legit top 10 welterweight, he had some good hands, and he was willing to take hits to put you out. And it only took him 2 rounds to do that. So for him to fight Leon Edwards, I would go for takedowns, but not right off the bat. If I'm with Belal Muhammad, I'm pressuring Leon, I'm in his face, I'm in his grill, boxing. He has some really good head movement. He did take some damage from Sean Brady, but he was also good at moving his head around and not being predictable in terms of how he would get hit. And he's got a hard head and good chin from what I saw, because he got hit pretty hard in that fight with Sean Brady. But I think he should be fine. Check some kicks, because you know Leon's going to go for some kicks. About midway through the late first round, then you go for the takedown. That way Leon is going to be thinking, okay, this man wants to stand with me and stand and bang, and I'm better in this area, which Leon is. Then you go for the takedown. And again, don't throw any major haymakers or any big head kicks, because the risk is if you miss, you have a better striker like Leon, who in my opinion is better, who could knock you out and put your lights out. So if Belal wins this fight, he's able to get, honestly, there's 2 outcomes for him to win this fight. A decision because of his wrestling, or he does get a takedown or 2 there and adds on to a pretty even stand-up fight, because he could beat Leon in the stand-up department if he needed to. I think he legitimately could at least rock his world if Nate Diaz could, and he probably can too. He's got some good hands. So Belal by decision, primarily with wrestling, ground and pound, or he's able to outbox Leon and get in his face and not give Leon any room to breathe and make sure Leon is not a mobile target. Because if Leon's mobile, he'll beat him, pick him apart on the feet, and be able to get him that way. But if Belal wins, it's a unanimous decision. Possible knockout, but I don't think so.